just about his money. Where yesterday, I started discussing about the forms of money, the 5 forms of money, the 5 forms of money, the 5 forms of money. So we said that money is not cash. There's something more than money. Money number one is character. Yesterday we discussed doing what you say you will do, whether you feel like it or not. You do it. Character. If you have good character, you collect the rice from someone, collect you repay. I will pay. I will pay. If you have build that character, credibility will come to you. And then we discover credibility, a forms of money. I don't want to spend time today, but I talk about leverage credibility, leveraging on somebody that have credibility. We discuss it, and we also discuss about skills and competence. If you are skillful and competent, or guy, you have money. Because they are not doing the big work for the big man that are getting from small money. If you do the small work for the small man, the last one is cash. So we discussed yesterday, and apart from that, we also went out to discuss that money is a reflection in the mirror. That whatever you see in the mirror, if you put something in front of a mirror, what is showing in the mirror is like money. The way object in front of the mirror is value, it's not value. So because money is a slave of value. Money is a slave of value, and value is anything that is useful to someone else other than you. Value is any product, any services that solve somebody's needs, that solve somebody's problem. So money is a metric. That's what we said. It's a metric for measuring the value of goods or services. So it's a measurement instrument. How do you measure the value of your shoe, your car, your land, your clothes? We need something to use to measure that. And as such, money reflects and measures the actual thing that we bought or sold. So it's not the actual thing. It is based on social contract. So in which we agree to use it as a medium of exchange. It's a medium of exchange. So we have a make of discussion, a negotiation. So if it's what is measured in terms of money, then it can be bought or sold through the agreed medium. Because in the beginning and the end of every transaction is always value for value. So we discussed so much yesterday to the point we said that money is not just the cash or the paper or the coin or the credit card or the digit on the screen. It's a reflection in the mirror. It's not what you see that in the mirror that you can go to the mirror and change the thing. If you put value in front of a mirror, let's say it's a mirror, you put value in front of a mirror, and then that money there is let me say, reflects the value. You can't go to the mirror and change it. Say, I want this money to grow. No, you just simply grow the object in front of the mirror. So if you don't adjust the value of your life, you don't adjust your solving capacity, you're meeting up in it, you can never have more money. So money is referred to legal tender. We discussed so much, and we came to outline number 3. If you want more money, that's where we stopped yesterday. If you want more money, so what do you do? So we have to discuss that today. If you are ready for today's class, shall I? So I want more money. So let me just simply show you how to get more money. And the first thing I would like you to write is that to have more money, you must create more value. Write it on your note. To have more money in this life, you must create more value. To have more money, you must create more value. Full stop. If you want to have more money, you must create more value. There's nothing we can do. So let's begin to discuss the word value. So what is value? So to have more money, you must create more value. So put it down in the subnote. What is value? Let's differentiate. Let's define the word value. Let's begin to look at it in different angle, in different perspective. Because I already know that once you wake up in the morning, you don't need to wake up and say, God, I want money. You know, money does not go to people that needs money. Money only goes to the have value. Because money is a reward for solving a problem. Money is a reward for meeting up in it. Money is a reward for being significant. Money is a reward for making contribution. Money is a reward for making impact. Money is a reward for being significant. So money is a slave of value. But before we talk about what value is, even though you've written it down, see right on the note, money is a slave of value. Money is a slave of value. That is, I repeat it like every time, because you know what slave is? Slave is subject to the master. Slave doesn't have a choice. If the master say come, he come. Master say go, you go. Master jump, he says what he does. So money is a slave of value. So maybe you need to look at the note I prepared for you today. What value is? Number 1, write it down. Number 1, anything that solves a problem for others is value to them. Anything that solves a problem for others is value to them. If I solve a problem for you, that means I'm valuable to you. That thing I'm doing is value to you. Anything that solves a problem for others is of value to them. Anything that solves a problem for others is of value to them. So right now, you are hungry. I bring food to solve hunger problem. That thing I'm giving you is called value. It's solving your hunger problem. So you can give me money. You are thirsty, I give you water. That thing is solving problem for you. You give me money. You need a clothes, I come and give you the clothes and solving the problem for you. You want to learn, I say, I have somewhere to sell, I take it, show it to you. Anything that solves a problem, understand the word anything. When I mean anything, put it product or services. Anything, write it down, bracket open product or services. Product or service. It could be product, it could be service, it doesn't matter. Anything that solves a problem for others is of value to them. You have written that one down, shall I? Let me even give you something very important. See right number 2. Everything God created, everything God made, was designed to solve a problem. Everything God made, everything God made was designed to solve a problem. Everything. Even the ants, the snail, the spider, the elephant, the tree, everything God made, was designed to solve a problem. That means you looking at me, you are a solution. Touch yourself again, say, I'm a solution. If I don't even give another one, right? Number 3, write it down. Everything man invented, was designed to solve a problem. Can you see? Everything man invented. Man took from what God created and created his own. Man took the chair you're sitting down today was man invention. The shoe you're wearing right now, man invention. The clothes, the marker, the board, everything, man invention. The light, the phone, the laptops, the rings, everything, man invention. Man picked gold and formed it his own invention. It solved a problem. Everything God made, was designed to solve a problem. Number 3, everything man invented, was designed to solve a problem. That means all of us are making money. We are solving problems already. Either in forms of meeting a need, of course, solving problems in forms of product or services. We make more money. The more people you solve problems for, the more money you make. Dangote is solving problems. Have cement for everybody in Nigeria that want to build a house. That is his own problem. Thomas Edison is solving problem. Elon Musk is solving problem. Everybody is solving problem. Bill Gates is solving problem. Mark Zuckerberg is solving problem. Ask your neighbor, which problem are you solving? You want to make more money? You're not meeting a need. You're not solving problem. You can't make more money, my brother. Forget about it. You know what you do finally? You come and look for a job in our company, and we'll employ you, and we'll pay you peanuts. Change. Like change. And we'll use your time, use your energy, use your effort, use your intellectual property. We call it OPT. You will use your time, other people's time. You use your everything, OPM, other people's intellectual property. We'll make more money. Because I told you, this is a man's world. Just accept it. In a man's world, in men and faith, there must be king, there must be slaves, there must be subjects. You choose to either be the head or the tail. The choice is yours. Don't come and claim victim here. You are more than enough. All you need to do, you need to be exposed to the quality of information that will make you realize your capacity and capability to stand up on your leg, to take the right action, to make the money, to solve problem, meeting up a need. Pastor is solving your problem for a salvation problem. He comes to you, oh, Christ loves you. He died for you. Oh, come on to him. All he has left on heavy laden, I'll give you rest. And you say you want to accept Christ as your personal Lord. He solved your salvation problem. He's a rest and say, Lord Jesus, come into my life, accept you, forgive my sins. He's solving your salvation problem. And that is why, at the end of the day, you're feeling like, oh, at least I'm saved. Praise the Lord. Amen. Pastor is solving the problem. Pastor is solving the problem. You're angry with him right now. KK man is solving your problem. Akara woman. Everything man invented was designed for yourself. And solving ignorant problem. I help people to actually realize that I teach, I train, my mentor, I guide. People don't even know. They don't know. I didn't know one thing I want to give assignment. Go out today, ask 10 people you are meeting on your way. What is your purpose in life? A lot of people don't know their purpose while on earth. They don't know. Okay, answer another question. Do you have a goal? Tell us your goal. A lot of people don't have a goal. They don't even know how to set one. They don't even know how to achieve one. Tell your neighbor, if you have no goal, you are going nowhere. Tell your again, neighbor, you can never achieve a goal you never set. You can't. A lot of people don't do this. So they're so ignorant about their potentials. So number 4, write it on your note. The other terms for solving a problem is serving a purpose. The other term of solving a problem is serving a purpose. So when I say you are solving a problem, that means I'm saying you are serving a purpose. The other term for solving a problem is saving a purpose. If you are not saving a purpose, you are not solving problem. You are not fulfilling your purpose on it. You are not fulfilling God's dominion mandate. So this marker has a purpose. It's to write. The board has a purpose. Is to write on it. The laptop, the phone, the shoe, everything has a purpose. And when you don't understand the purpose of a thing, abuse is what? Inevitable. You abuse it. So you have a purpose while you are here. Because, right, number 5, I say in other terms, solving a problem is having a purpose. So when I say solve problem, I mean serve a purpose. That's what I mean. And your purpose is to create, connect, and contribute. So number 5, write it down your notes. Everything of value, comma, that serves a purpose by solving a problem is value. Anything of value, comma, that serves a purpose by solving a problem is value. I don't know how you're going to put it, but the thing is this. Anything that actually serves a purpose by solving a problem is value. That's what I'm trying to say here. So how do you know how valuable you are? You begin to know it by the number of problems you solve in the society. How many people you solve the problem for? And who are you solving this problem for? You have two choices. Either you solve problem for the rich and wealthy, few people that will pay you more money, you become rich and wealthy, or you solve a problem for a lot of people that pay small money. You still make money. But you solve a problem for a few people that will pay small money, you're going to be a broke man, you're going to be poor. But whatever you have as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as an investor, will become commodity. Say no commodity. So everything of value, comma, that serves a purpose by solving a problem is value. So what am I trying to say today? If you don't like what you see in the mirror, you cannot reach out into the mirror to adjust it. All you can do is to adjust the object that is reflecting on the mirror. So the body that is being reflected and described in the mirror is money. So if I put this thing, let's say this is a mirror, it's going to reflect on the mirror. If I want this thing to grow taller, I don't need to go to the mirror and drag it up and drag it down. Right? No. All I need to do is to increase the value of this thing. Once you improve the value of this thing, the value of the mirror will reflect. So what happened? A lot of people don't want to increase their value, but they want to accumulate more money. It's a mirage. The money will soon go on. It will fly. That's why you see them, they have cash, but they don't have credibility, they don't have character, they don't have skills and competence. Most of them now, they're in government, they're just stealing the money for the community. Because under it, without knowing of these things, if they leave government, I give you 3, 4, 5, they will sell the car, they will sell everything, sell their land. There are no one in my village. My former local government chairman, they might even get bicycle, they were cap away. You don't sell everything, finish. It was a chairman during our tax government, our former governor. Now, nothing to show because, he never built himself, he never did anything, but he just wanted the cash. Cash is the lowest form of money. You don't look for cash. So what you pursue is value. Once you become valuable, money will look for you. And this is what happened. If I would like us to write in a note like this, given that money is a reflection of value, given that money is a reflection of value, given that money is a reflection of value. Therefore, if you want more money, you must create more value. Given that money is a reflection of value, therefore, if you want more money, you must create more value. I must solve problem for a lot of people. That's the thing. So, value that solves problem for a lot of people. Value that forms of product or services. So, the more people that use your product or service, the more money you make. So, stop telling me you want more money without creating more value. So, what is the value? What is the solution? Okay, anything God wants me to be, I will be. No, now, let me give you something. If I employ you, you are solving a problem for one man, and only me, one man will pay you salary every month. So you cannot be rich and wealthy. Nobody pays salary to become rich and wealthy. We only pay you salary to manage your property. Then our salary is for managing property. So we don't pay salary to become. I know that money will not take you. That take home will not take you home. It's useless. If I pay you 50K, 100K, if I pay you 200K, your life don't finish. I will use you like 5 and 6 pounds. Then no use. So that's what we do. So no need. There's no need. You can't. Sometimes I think that my employees say, "See, you can't work for me and become a wealthy man. Why not come? Let's work together." They say, "Oh, say no, maybe okay." I was security man. The man makes me laugh a lot in my property in shelter. So the guy always makes me laugh. I give him book to read. He said, "Bro, you go to me sleep. If I read book, I'll be sleeping." You know what? Read. His brain has solidified. It's called ossification. The brain has started to you. Cover. You accepted poverty. The worst thing is to do is accept poverty. Poverty is painful. Poverty is bad. Then money is good.
Money is good.
No, now touch yourself. Say I'm a success.
I'm a success.
Then I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
See, there's no limitations in life. It's just a mindset. I keep telling you, poverty starts in the mind all the time, settles in the pocket. Wealth starts in the mind all the time, settles in the pocket. The only solution to this poverty is called knowledge. Knowledge is the only asset that changes your mind and your pocket at the same time. That's why the fools, they hate knowledge. They don't like knowledge. I told you already in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs, of course, 1:22c says, fools hate knowledge. What did I say? Fools hate knowledge. They don't like knowledge. If they come here, they will be so uncomfortable. They will stand up and leave. They are not okay when the knowledge is being shared. They don't understand. The Bible says, man, you pay for lack of knowledge. If you don't like knowledge, how do you succeed? The world we live is governed by rules, of course, laws and principles. And these are embodiment of knowledge and wisdom. Prayer is good, but it cannot replace knowledge and wisdom. The more, write it on your note, but it's not part of it. Well, write it down. Knowledge makes you unfit for slavery. Knowledge makes you unfit for slavery. You can never slave a man that is so knowledgeable. You can't slave him. You can't enslave him. You can't mogul him. You can't. That's why the government doesn't allow you to experience some level of information. It's called the conspiracy of the rich. We conspire. Knowledge makes you unfit for slavery. You shouldn't know certain things. But when you are empowered in this guy, you can't control him anymore. So let us give them more cars, more food. That's a joke to the commissioner's house. Everybody's crowded. The guy comes, share money. You feel like boss. You don't know empowering them. You give them change so they can go for today. If you give a man fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. The lowest form of give is money. The biggest form of give is transformation, emancipation. Something that, because if you get him empowered, he will not come looking for you again. Knowledge makes you unfit for slavery. You have written that one down, shall I? Write it down, as issue of money on value. Let's get this done. Write on very important. Money only, write it down again. Please write it down. Money only reflects, represents, and measure. Money only reflects, represents, and measure three things. Let me clean this up. I don't know, maybe I could not clean this, but there's nothing I can do. Money in this life only reflects, represents, and measure three things. So you want to get more money, just understand this. Know it and have peace. Number one, the value that you have. Money only represents, reflects, and measure. Number one, the value that you have. The value that you have. So you don't have any value, my brother, forget about it. You have small value, you want to make small money. That is the truth about it. Number two, the value that you add. The value that you add. The value that you add. That you add. So the first one, the value that you have. Number two, the value that you add. Number three, the value that you are. The value that you are. So once you become more valuable, you make more money. Instead of asking God to give you money, why not ask God to give you ideas, thoughts, knowledge, information, explore that will make you more valuable. Once you become more valuable, my brother, you make more money. The value that you have, the value that you add, the value that you are. Simple. So instead of me asking God, give me more money, I say, God, make me more valuable. The more valuable I am, the more problem I solve for more people, the more money I make. My prayer point is reduced. So I need to pray for needs. Because God will not give you cash. Naira is not printed in heaven. Dollar is not printed in heaven. Chase will not come from heaven. It will not come from the sky. So God never give you finished products. Instead of asking God for things, you ask God for thoughts. They're not thoughts. God give you thoughts. You are the one that will take that thought and produce things. They're not things. Instead of asking God for items, you ask God for ideas. They're not ideas. God will give you ideas. You use the ideas to produce items. That is why poor men don't understand this. Poor men always ask for items, and wealthy men ask for ideas. They're not ideas. And ideas rules the world. That's why I keep telling you, whenever you meet a wealthy man, don't ask them for items. Don't ask them for things you can see. It's called items. Don't ask them for money. Ask them, oh God, what kind of books do you read? Where do you want to give me an idea? What kind of business do you think I should go into? Right now, what will you ask for me as I'm just a startup entrepreneur? Don't go to a rich man and ask them for money. Because we are really giving a lot. So when you see people come to us asking for money, you are one of them. We put in the same category, the same WhatsApp group, the same classroom, you are there. I know what we do. We give you nonsense money. Tell nonsense money. And block you 5,000, 2,000, 20K, 50K. You are happy, not 20,000. Oh, you know, no, 50,000. Yeah, poor man, that's the problem. Don't ask the thing in front of Dangote and tell him, sir, please, I need money. I have problem. Don't tell your destiny helper your problem. Tell your destiny helper your ideas. Tell him ideas. Tell him your thoughts. Share your ideas. Tell him your business ideas. Tell him about the goals of your life. You can see for destiny helper, me telling your problem. That they will mark it, bam, bam, you know, ever come to us again. In fact, very, very soon, by next year, so we can bring more police here. I used to have in Port Harcourt. I have so many bodyguards. When you come to me, you have to fill form first. You like that kind of life? That's what I used to do in Port Harcourt. When you come to my office, you fill form, I keep you first. When you fill form, you wait for 1 hour. After 1 hour, we'll now sluggishly say, let's bring him in. I was not doing anything in my office. I was just crossing my leg, drinking my coffee, just to waste some people's time. No, you don't waste their time. You think you are very accessible. Just waste their time. Don't waste their time. 2 hours, 3 hours. That's right. You go to a rich man's house and they give you food. Don't chop. If you chop, we know say now. We know it's now. Don't worry you. Rich man like to distract poor people with food. When you come, they give you buffet. You are chopping. They use and go their way. You are eating food. Poor man problem na food. Don't eat food and forget why you are there. Because you give people say no worry. Now talk with carry me come first before you chop food. If you chop food, As the chop food, we don't come out for backyard. We dey go away. You go chop it. If you ever want to walk. That's what we do now. We dey start with food, then no food. You don't get problem. You remember? When you have oh my God, don't be this class today. If I break them, but I'm telling you now, if you go reach my house, don't go drag food. And you go to this man say, he says he go chop the food with you. Then he invite you come to the table. Even though he invite you, respect yourself. Some of you are very funny. I'm not go to the I'm you know, some people are very funny. Something carry you go to my house, you go to distracted. Distraction is bad. There's nothing as good as focus. Then I focus. Let me round up this class today. I don't know why I'm here. I need to come out from there. So instead of having more money in your mind, write it down. Very important. In fact, even though you don't write anything today, write these statements. It's going to resonate. It's going to be transformative, and it's going to actually take it to the next level. Write in your notes. Instead of having more money in your mind, you need to have more value in your mind. Instead of having more money in your mind, you need to have more value in your mind. Like, instead of thinking I need money, I want money, think of how do I create value? What idea do I need to solve problem? Innovation, creativity. That's the concept. Which industry, which niche am I creating in the marketplace? Which big problem am I solving? What's the biggest problem in the 21st century right now? Instead of thinking about more money, think about more value in your mind. Instead of having more money in your mind, you need to have more value in your mind. So instead of being obsessed, I need money in my company, why not be obsessed with I need to create more value in forms of products or services? We need to look at which area in the industry, in the marketplace, you can meet up a need, you can add your own contribution. Because the universe will reward you according to the value, how valuable you are. The universe don't reward you because you say you need money. Money does not go to people that needs money. Money goes to those that don't have value, that solve problems, that meet up a need. So you're thinking, I want more money. Start thinking, I want more value. That's how it works. The day my mind shifts from money to value, my life changed. Everything about my life changed. I don't see people and say I need money. I see people to add value to them. If I add value to them, impact your life, contribute to your life positively, automatically, value commands its own return. Write on your notes. Value commands its own return. 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 That means once you give, it's in the law of the universe that you'll be given back. Remember I've told you now, giving shall be given unto you, praise down, shaking down, running over. You put seed in life, you're going to give you tree. You're going to give you fruit. Once normal circumstances is put in place. So what happens is that value commands its own return. So we understand this philosophy. We understand this idea, this concept. So we don't go out looking for whatever I see you. I know you have three problems about money. Either you have a problem and say value commands its own return. Let me tell you the truth. Everybody has three problems. One out of the three, if not three of them. Number one, how to make money. This one is a poor man's problem. Poor man's problem is how to make money. Number two, how to manage your money. This is an average man's problem. An average man has money. His problem is that how do I manage my money? And number three is how do I multiply my money? How do I multiply my money? This is a rich man's problem, a wealthy man's problem. We are always thinking how to multiply money, how to buy more treasury bills, bond, mutual fund, how to multiply. I don't want to just make money from one stream anymore. I've solidified one, I need to diversify. So if you come with a good idea, that's why don't ask us for items, ask us for idea. If you come with a good idea, we can invest in you just to give it a chance. Because we know that risk takers are history makers and action takers are money makers. So we want to. So everybody have problems. So when I see a wealthy man, I cannot go and say wealthy man, say I want to help you make money. He will look at me and say, are you normal? After I told him, okay, you have a problem already. People depending on you that are too much. Let me help you solve that money problem. I give a strategy that will take those off your back. He said, what do you say again? I'll repeat myself. He said, I have a strategy. That's right. Preparation is the highest demonstration of faith. If I write on your note again, if not part of it, preparation is the highest demonstration of faith. So if you know you're going to win in the football match, the good thing is to prepare. That means your faith. You know you're going to win in 100 meters, to prepare. So you know you're going to meet a wealthy man one day. Now it's time to prepare. Not in front of a wealthy man in circle of influence, circle of greatness, and they ask you, do you have a plan? He say yes. He tell us your plan for the next 2025. He said, that means you are just so not prepared. We don't invest in people who are not prepared. So you must sit down in your thinking chain. Get a thinking chain. You have a thinking corner. Design your life. You are the architect of your life. Design your 10 years plan, 50 years plan. Write it down. Write it down. You know, you cannot plan for 1 week, you cannot plan for 3 years, forget about it. There's no written document about you that's a 5 years plan. You don't have a written document. How do you want to succeed? He that failed to plan to fail. You cannot future in the future, you're not picture. How do you want to make it happen? So I'm telling you to sit down and organize your life. When opportunity comes and you are prepared, they say it's locked. They're not locked.
Love.
If opportunity comes, you're not prepared, they move from village people to village people.
Village people.
There's no village person. You are the village person here. You are not prepared. You don't prepare for greatness. Greatness doesn't just appear. You cannot drift to the top of the mountain. You can't drift. You can't put hands in your two pocket, and climb a tree. Nobody does that. Put your hands in your pocket and climb a tree. How possible is it? Climb a ladder. You cannot carry it in your two and climb. So you must move your hand, get preparation. You know, you want to be a wealthy man, you need to see some documents. You need to have some plan. You need to have some goals. You need to have some strategy. You need to have some strategic plan. This gives you direction. And direction is more important than speed because speed is useless without direction, and direction is useless without destination. If let's run up this section today, I don't know why I'm like this today. Okay, I have a few minutes to talk to you. So instead of being obsessed with I need money, you need to be obsessed with I need more value. I want to become more valuable in the marketplace. I want to be so strong that when people meet me, they meet me better than they meet me positively. Some people, you meet them, your life don't. If you're a happy person, they are party pooper. They kill the happiness for instantly. Because you know why they're doing like that? Because they don't have anything inside. I told you, hot people hurt others. Great men, not people have love, give love. Kindness. You cannot give what you don't have. Remember, I told you, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You don't do that. So you must have something, you must have some content of character, some content of credibility, some level of content of value. But you know what happens when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. Yes or yes?
Yes.
So when you add value on your mind, then you actually control the source of your income. Write it on your notes. When you add more value in your mind, when you add more value in your mind by learning, by studying, by communicating with quality people, by mastermind, when you add more value in your mind, on your mind, then you actually control your source of income. And the source of income is your mind, because the mind, the human mind, is the true source of your wealth and prosperity. You must be wealthy in your mind to experience wealth physically. If you are poor in your mind, my brother, forget about it, you'll be poor physically. Even I pray and fast, pour you olive oil, lay hands and lay leg. You know go walk. So if you add more value in your mind, if you have more value in your mind, then you are actually in control of your source of income. If you add more value in your mind by learning, studying, having mastermind, quality people around your circle, being intentional and being deliberate, then you are actually in control of your source of income. Never you forget this. He who controls your source of income controls your life. That's what they do. We tell you, if I'm going to pay you 200K now, you don't finish. I'll tell you when to come to work, when to go. I'll give you job description. You don't have any right to tell me what you're thinking. If I don't need it, it's not relevant. Because I know that brain, if that brain was thinking, you will not be where you are today. The brain was not thinking, it was worried. Tell no worry. You don't think on your brain, it's called worry. Think on paper. Tell no paper. You get my that thinking, that's called thinking. That's an get in your brain, it's called worry. Tell no worry. It leads to anxiety. Tell no anxiety. It makes you anxious and you don't need it. So we already know there are principles, there are laws. There are certain things that God has put in place. There are so many components, systems that God has put in place. One of them is gravity. I cannot pray for it to spoil. If I pray it to hang, it's called miracle. Tell me miracle. If it go up and don't come in under normal circumstances, it's called miracle. So normally it's supposed to work. So all I need to do is to understand some principles and rules and laws that govern. Laws governs wealth. Tell me about laws governs wealth. So why not just learn the laws? Why do you start to disturb yourself? Learn the laws. So understanding that value is actually depending on who you are, what you have, and what you can add. So the earth is not made up of independent parts. It's made of interdependent parts because everything relies on something for its existence. You plant a seed, the seed needs the soil and the water and the sunlight to give you a tree that will produce what? A fruit. That fruit is useful to the eater. Yes or yes? Yes. So the seed is solving a problem for the tree. The ground is solving problem for the seed, and the seed is solving problem for the tree, and the tree is solving problem for the fruit, and the fruit is solving problem for the eater. That means everything God made was designed to solve a problem. Everything man invented was designed to solve a problem. Everything bought and sold is a problem, is solving a problem for someone. So in the other term, solving a problem is simply means you are serving a purpose. Everything God made serves a purpose because it solves a problem. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Ask your neighbor, what problem are you solving? So everything that you bring to the marketplace, either goods or services, items or anything, serves a purpose. So you don't bring anything to the marketplace and you want money, you want value. That is called begging. Tell me begging. Begging is when you say, I have nothing. That means you have nothing and you call your something nothing, you have nothing. So you don't call your something nothing. So you have something. Tell that you have not discovered it, you have not developed it, you have not deployed it. Tell not discover. No, no. Tell not discover. Nobody will do it for you. Tell not develop. Tell not deploy. Even though you are born naked, you are not born empty. God deposits something in you. Ideas, items. You are too busy to discover. Busy. Busyness is not productivity. Busyness is not progress. Tell your neighbor, beware of the barrenness of a busy life. I'm not asking anybody that is more busy like poor people. You know, they do things like, you know, I don't want to mention it because sometimes it's scary. You know, Satan doesn't know. He said, why are you moving to and fro? Busy everywhere. Satan is always busy, looking for where they don't invite him. Yes or yes? Looking for where people start calling, he will just enter. Just busy, perambulating up and down. That's what I'm not good at. So everything of value serves a purpose by solving a problem. Write it down, you know, value is anything. Write again, value, even you have to repeat 50. I'll talk about value today. Value is anything, product or services that solves a problem for others. Value is anything, bracket open, product or services that solves a problem for others. Value is anything, in fact, we should put it like this. Value is anything that, number one, let's put it like that. Value is anything that, number one, solves a problem for others. That's number one. It solves a problem for others. Solve a problem for others. That's number one. Number two, that it meets a need for others. Value meets a need for others. Meet a need for others. Need for others. So, number one, it solves problem. Number two, meets a need. Number three, is the solutions to problems too. Is a solution. So it solves, meets, and solve. That is, and gives them the solution. So to problems, to challenges, solution to challenges. So everybody have one or two challenges. Either how to make money, manage money, multiply money. Either to add more value, contribute. Idea, they need execution. You know, concepts. They need some body, some flesh. So, and if that is right, then we need to do something today. But I can't even go there. I'll give you a clue. The clue is that if I'm telling you that I've defined what money is to you, is a metric of measurement that reflects and represents the actual thing called value. So if I told you that, and I have to tell you that if you want more money, you need more value, you need to become more valuable. Now the question is that where do I start from? Now you have given me all this English now. I want the money now. Where do I start from? Right, you know, the starting point. The starting point. So I need to connect the dots together. I need to hit the nail on the head. I need to just make this thing very beautiful. You know, this material we have been cutting, spreading. We need to put it together and form a cloth so that somebody can wear. So that is the starting point. We have to put a starting point for you because the starting point of making money from your mind is to find a problem you can solve. Write that statement tomorrow. I'll give you the notes. I'll give you the long notes, but just write it there. The starting point for making more money from your mind is to find a problem you can solve. Underline the word find because it's your responsibility. The starting point for making more money from your mind is to find a problem you can solve. So by tomorrow, I'll give you the whole notes, and it's quite interesting. You don't miss tomorrow's class because it's going to make so much sense to you that all the prayer points you are praying for is actually what's your responsibility to stand up on your leg, to take the action for yourself, because the difference between where you are and where you want to be tomorrow is called action. Tell me action. Action is a bridge between your dreams and destiny. You have all the dreams and no action, my brother, you are going nowhere. I can tell you for sure that the truth of the matter is that a child that's afraid to fall will never walk. Tell your neighbor. A child that's afraid to fall will never walk. Tell again, neighbor. He that has brain, sense is expected. I'm not talking about certificates here. I'm talking about certificate. Not certificate. Not certificate. So it's irrelevant. Whether you are going to school or not, it's not a problem. You can still be rich and wealthy. Because going to school gives you opportunity to mix with people. Going to school is to give opportunity to society people. Pass through school, pass through you. Don't just go and say, nah, book. No. The social credibility or social wealth, relationships is a social credibility, is a social wealth. Quality relationships. So school is not bad, but that doesn't make you well. That's why if you don't need certificate to own a company, you need a certificate to work for a man that owns a company. You don't certificate to own a hotel, business, company, factories, banks. There's no certificate needed. Idea, concept, quality to ability to negotiate, bring people's mind together. That's the capacity, leadership, energy. That's what you do. Ability to be able to talk with strength. People believe you. It's something you can develop. It's not like a miracle. It's developed. It's a learnable skill. Leadership skill is a learnable skill. What did I say?
Leadership skills and leadership skills.
That's the best we can take today. Online community, please don't get involved in a business. My professional advice to you, without a mentor. My reason and philosophy is that with mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. Shalom. That's the best we can take today. For the rest of us here, I want to be sure I'm not talking to tables and chairs. Each time I'm talking,